Andie Arbo. I'm the director of Loser.
I'm Elli Moore. I'm the artist and songwriter of Loser.
Hi, I'm Ksusha Genenfeld. I'm a cinematographer of Loser.
And yeah, Loser is a pop art heist music video. Ellie's the singer-songwriter. And yeah, we pulled a lot from like whimsical, silly heist and spy movies.
Yeah.
So what was the biggest inspiration for this film? Were there any projects that you grabbed ideas from, or?
The inspiration was more about the conversation around who owns their art. And then a lot of people on set were saying Spring Breakers, which was not intentional, but I'm happy that ended up that way.
Slay.
Yeah.
And
Slay.
yeah. And what about for you music-wise and you cinematography-wise?
So I write a lot of K-pop music, and so this was my first release back after a short hiatus, and I was really excited to share this music with my fans because a lot of them come from the K-pop world as well, and so I thought it was a really cool sonic direction to take inspiration from what I do in my work in K-pop.
That's awesome.
I think look-wise, I was just very inspired by poppier, brighter, more colorful videos, and so we try to embrace that in the video and just kind of not be afraid of overlighting a little bit, but making it kind of styled and more like flash photography. So really inspired by different photographers that are able to achieve that.
And what was the hardest part for all of you in each of your different roles?
This was just a very packed schedule. It was really important that we didn't miss any of the narrative pieces. So then when we started coming up on tight days, it was really difficult to rework our day and ensure that we were still going to make the narrative work and not miss anything. So I would say the pre-production and the scheduling were difficult, but worth it.
I'm naked in the video, and I'm on a stool, and I'm actually naked, and there is a draping of fabric over me that if I moved at any degree, you might see something. So we were trying to be really careful with that, and I also decided to not blink because I was being a painting. No one told me to do that.
No, I actually specifically was like, you don't have to not blink.
And I said, I'm not blinking. I'm a painting right now. And so, yeah, that was also really hard. My eyes were really dry, and Ksusha often was apologizing for all the smoke that we needed to fill the air with.
Yeah, maybe that was the toughest part for me, just keeping the haze consistent. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, I think just for me, the hardest part for any projects is always pre-production, because I feel like I'm really particular about crew and shot listing and getting references together. So I think going into a project where it feels like we're all on the same page is so important. So I think, just taking the time to really hone in on what the style, the visual language is kind of, I think, was the hardest part for me. And then I always believe that once you're ready and you over prepare, so you could also throw away the plan if you need to, which we've had to do. But I think when you know what you're doing, it makes it a lot easier on set, and you try to have fun and kind of play it more,
By throwing away the plan, did you mean you had an original idea and you guys had to scrap it, or could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think sometimes, you think of, a visual or something you wanted to do. For example, for the video, we were gonna have 2 looks for our breaking in when Ellie breaks into the house. It was supposed to be really, really dark and moody, and then they have flashlights on and lights turn on, and it becomes kind of more like tungsten lamp lighting. And we still had that switch, but we turned it on and we tried to play around with it, and it just didn't look as epic. So we were like, why don't we kind of embrace that switch but make it a little bit different so that we still keep the moodiness. So that was something that I thought was kind of throwing away the plan a little bit and adjusting, but yeah.
And I love this girl power here. This is amazing to see.
Yes.
Was there anything you guys disagreed on? And if so, how'd you work it out?
Ooh. Gosh.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No, I literally don't think so.
I don't think so. I think the only thing that became challenging, I think on day 2 was the day we really struggled with scheduling. But I think we did a good job of just arriving in the morning and being like, we have to figure this out. And that's also why I love working with so many women, because we're like, okay, we're gonna figure it out. Nobody's gonna be weird about it. And we did, and I'm so proud of us. This was a really women-heavy crew, which is really fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Our Steadicam operator, Kate Icarus, was a woman, and she killed it.
Yeah.
and she's just also like so beautiful and so talented. It was
Yes.
like, yeah, we had a blast.
Yeah, our producer Tina Carboni is not here, but just like so many women
AD, like
in
Becca,
woman
like-
AD is
It's amazing. It's like girl heaven.
yes,
I'm
literally.
obsessed.
Yeah, you should come to the next one.
Oh my gosh, I would love to, please. That'd be so fun. I had one more question for you guys. What advice would you give to aspiring people who would love to be doing what you're doing? And same with you guys.
Yeah, I really love silly, whimsical, like camp. And I think there was a period early in my career when I thought people didn't take that seriously. And so I kind of leaned into like thinking I had to be more serious or like cover more serious subject matter. And so I guess I would, tell my younger self to lean into what you like, and that if you like it, other people will like it. And yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that. I would just say that if you're an aspiring artist, releasing your music is really important. People don't know what you're building if you don't share it. So I think it's really important to, even if it's not perfect, just go for it, put it out, and then you'll pull together crews of people who believe in what you're doing, and that's how you can end up here.
I have very simple advice. I think for being a cinematographer is you just have to be cool.
And that's so real.
And what I mean by that is, there's a lot of skillful artists around, and you could find so many amazing people, but it's all about your collaboration skills and how you are on set, your personality, and I think people are really drawn to, people that make them feel at ease, that make them feel calm, people that have a personality. And so I think that's something that everyone needs to kind of work at a little bit to, I think, get to a certain level, because we all hire each other because we want to be with each other and we are friends, and I think really it's that.
Well, thank you guys so much, and it was so amazing to hear about your story, and I'm excited for the audiences to see it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
It's a
very
pleasure.
much.
Thank you.